We are in the room.
We're on a boat.
Yeah.
They took
We
all of
just
our
had that meeting
weapons.
with the main guy, and
We can't do magic.
yeah.
We got collars on that suppress all of our abilities.
Hoven is unique in that his necklace also has a necklace.
Yeah, there was something about if they eat, they might be friends. If they don't eat, they're definitely not friends.
Yeah, that
Sirius
was a weird
said,
cryptic thing for
Sirius
someone to
said,
say.
get the fuck out of.
Yeah. That's a weird
Um,
cryptic way of saying it, but and then it's like everybody's friends with the cook, wink wink, and I'm like, oh, okay.
They don't like spicy food.
Yes, elves are notoriously not into spicy food.
Yeah, elves have bitch tongue just like Crixus's person.
Hey,
Hey.
Easy, easy.
See?
Is this for day one of our 10-day travel or day two?
Yeah, so we're gonna. So your meeting with Falarin happened at the end of the day, so we will consider this the morning of the following day, unless you guys want to try and sneak around and do stuff at night.
I don't feel like that would work out very well for us,
No.
but I mean, we could totally
So
try it.
I have to give my computer into like work because it wasn't working, and now for some reason they've disabled my my like extension. So 1 second, I need to like, I don't know, figure out how to
turn it on.
I'm gonna have to use like the no, I can't do it because like they actually blocked me from going on the Chrome store. So now I have to like use I have to roll from like my token, but when I try and like click on him, it doesn't work anymore.
Doesn't work how?
It's okay. I think I can figure it out. I just need a second. I just didn't realize. I was like, why is this not rolling? And then I'm like,
Figure it out.
So as discussed in the chat a little while back,
Ooh, I don't remember.
I need somebody, and I believe Quinn called dibs on this, to roll a d8. But actually, since Mike's not here, we can do it with a d6.
Do you want a D7?
Nope. A d6 will do just fine.
I don't know.
Where'd my legendary dice go?
Oh, why does my die look like that? Gross.
Yeah, it came on and then went away real quick.
All right, a 5. You know, a 5 is basically best case scenario.
Basically,
Ooh, go
best
on.
case scenario.
Oh no, wait, hold on, I gotta move Nigel out. Hold on, that's gonna move
shit.
the numbers around a little bit.
Oh,
Damn it.
now it's the worst case scenario.
No, worst case scenario would have been 1, a 2, or a 3. So 5
That's
is
too
reasonably
many worst
safe.
case scenarios, Tom. You're only allowed to have one worst case scenario, not 3.
All right, fine. Worst case scenario would have been a 2.
Oh, right.
Bad case scenario would have been a 1, and probably equally bad would have been a 3. But 2 would have definitely been the worst.
Okay.
Is it because 2 would have been Reyna and Reyna wouldn't survive?
Yeah, probably.
Look, I don't want to get into specifics here.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
Is this
That's,
going to be
It's
like
you might
possible
be-
that Dodor was 1, Reyna was 2,
Who was
Wait a
3?
minute.
Who was 3?
Sojourner was 3.
Are we reenacting Baldur's Gate 3 when we got to take the punishment from what's his face with the
Hold on,
Or so the most.
Also, I have not made it
There's-
that far.
You're saying the
Anyone
most
haven't-
powerful of us were 1, 2, and 3 with
that's
Sojourner,
an act
Dodor, and I.
one.
Just saying.
User Dodor. What are you trying to create, Dodor?
I'm trying to update my character sheet like from and import it back from D&D Beyond because it says I'm still at 10. So I was just using Beyond, like the rolling thing from Beyond 20. So these assholes like decided to get rid of all my extensions when they did the last update in work.
Okay, hang tight. I'll get you. I have all the permissions.
Do, 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 do.
I think I can get around it in the long term by using Microsoft Edge as if I was 73, but like for the moment.
73.
For fuck's sake, yeah, no, I just tried to install Beyond 20 in Microsoft Edge and it says your admin has blocked this.
Damn.
They knew that you were
They
using your
sur-
computer for nefarious
They
purposes.
surfaced you.
Yep. I think
Yeah,
your
they
husband
surfaced
said you're done with D&D.
Well, it's my work computer, so like it's work who's blocked this. But my other computer that I was using before is about, I don't know, 12 years old, so like it takes about 73 minutes to start up. So
Damn.
All right, it is currently updating your character sheet in
Thank you.
Foundry.
thanks.
So we'll figure out how long that's going to take. I'm not sure if I can get off this screen without fucking it up. So we're just gonna hang tight for a minute. Anyhow. I can at least move it out of my way. Get over here. Alright, so as for the rest of you, you are in your quarters here, and you've all decided to stay in one room, which is perfectly fine.
Group bonding exercise, you know?
Mhm.
Make Dodor's windows as small as possible here so that I can see.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Godzilla, Jesus.
That came out of nowhere too. I didn't feel like I had to sneeze, and suddenly it was like, "Here it is, go!" Yeah, pretty much. It's just like, oh god.
So you guys will receive in the morning a knock at your door.
We're naked.
Door bursts open.
No! Oh, it's not a chick this time. Damn it.
That's what
Nah,
I
it's
wanted to
dude.
hear.
Ah, you're gay.
He's like, actually, I'm blind, so
Oh,
fucking
touche.
get wrecked. Oh yeah, the guy at the door. He does appear to be blind. His face is heavily scarred. His eyes are milky white. He does sling a bow over his shoulder, so you're not quite sure how that works, but it seems to.
I do the whole thing most people do when they see a blind person, like wave in front of his face.
I
slap Crichter.
What? What?
Crixus, when you reach out to do that, make me a dex save, please.
Ooh.
Yes.
Does it only affect when I'm raging, or is this always?
Your danger sense?
Yeah.
Your danger sense is always active, but I don't know that you see what's happening here, so it has to be something you can see.
Wait, Crixus, are you the one who's blind?
Aha! -1. Natural 1.
Oh no!
Give me that sweet inspiration.
You deserve that.
Crixus, you reach out to wave a hand in front of his face, and leaping from inside his cloak in a flutter of wings is a very small bird that bites your finger.
Ow!
It goes,
What
"Beep."
What the hell, man?
And then when you retract your hand, it flutters back into his cloak. He says, "Oh yeah, don't worry about that."
Oh, okay. That was kind of cool. What kind of bird was it?
It was a small little. It's called a swift. It's more or less like a sparrow.
Oh,
That was cute.
those are pretty birds.
Can I see your bird again?
He kind of leans his head out of the way. It like is kind of nesting back behind his shoulder where his hair drapes down, and it kind of pokes its head out.
Oh my god, that is the coolest bird. What's its name? Does your bird have a name?
Yeah, of course my bird has a name. Look, we're getting really off topic here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, what'd you need?
Breakfast is on.
Oh,
We are still required to feed you.
That makes sense. So what's your bird's name?
And your name.
Oh yeah. Who are you?
So, do you like the food that we're about to eat?
Well, ever since yesterday, our cook has been experimenting with this weird spicy shit. So,
Is it good though?
yes.
Oh.
Can I get an insight on
Right,
that?
that's my fault.
Can I get an insight on that?
Right.
Yeah, you could incite him if you like.
See if he likes spicy or not.
Nice. Everybody's getting their inspirations today.
Oh my god! This does not bode well.
Why is that
Uh,
not
Alright,
showing?
get
in
him out of the
there?
way. Get him out of the
Yeah,
way.
he is 100% Hoven into this food. G with a 15. Hang tight.
My roll's not showing up.
Yeah,
Your
shut
roll
up
show
on
up
a-
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Alright.
see him on D&D Beyond, but not on the Forge. So let me restart. There we set this.
G, you are reasonably sure he has not tried the spicy food.
Mm-hmm.
Dodor, it still says it's adding items to your character, so I don't know why it's taking so long, but it's taking forever.
Alright, let's go get some breakfast, I guess.
Breakfast.
Oh, wait a minute. Actually, it might be done. Oh, nope. It says you have no inventory.
Yeah, it
See-
also before I said I had no spells, so I don't care if I have no inventory as long as my spells are there.
See, it did that to
says
me,
you
and then I
have
just had to,
one
like-
spell.
Yeah.
And it's called new spell, yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's
Oh, what? Dodor has a new spell?
Dodor has a new
Yeah.
spell, range of self, and no other information.
What does it do?
I mean, do we need any more information than that?
It does whatever we want.
Just one spell to rule them all.
There we go. It's coming through now.
I love the idea of Dodor being like, "Oh, guys, I have a new spell. What to do? I don't know, but it affects me. Let's find out." Because I could either be like, "Oh, it's just like a self-cast haste," or it could be like, "Oh, I self-implode. Oh no."
It turns Dodor into the sun.
Oh yes, but like the literal fiery sun, or just like
no, the literal
light.
sun.
Oh, so not like bright light for 1,000 feet and dim light for another 1,000.
Nope. The literal sun, size
Okay.
and all.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
As soon as she does it, we all die.
Hey, you guys
Yep.
wanted to burn the ship, right?
That's true.
All right. The blind elf starts leading you down the hall. Oh, somebody asked his name, didn't they?
Yes.
And the
Yes.
bird's name.
His name and the
Uh,
bird's name.
His name is Falil,
Falil.
and the bird's name is just also Swift.
Huh.
It is
that's
both the
lazy.
type of bird and its name.
To be fair,
Oh.
that makes it easy. So, like,
I mean,
you know.
I guess. So when it dies, you can just get another one and name it Swift 2.
Yeah.
It says, "How did you know about Swift 2?"
Hey! Past
What
life.
happened to Taylor?
Don't worry about it. You'll pass by a couple of other elves in the hallway that appear to be guarding your area.
Where'd all the
He will
girls
lead
go?
you up the stairs. They're still around. They're just fewer of
Ah.
them.
Oh.
When you come up the
Uh,
stairs, you are immediately surrounded by the masked non-elves that just kind of emptily stare at you.
And stay in bed for some reason. God, do something, would you? You bums.
They don't. You see there are several elves eating at the table, at the various tables. Actually, I need one more elf to be here.
and can I, which I never do, can I purposely put my hair behind my ears so my ears are out? And then can I just, and then can I just clock everybody who gives me a dirty look?
Yeah, you do that, and go ahead and give me.
Literally everyone.
Is this
Yeah,
more
well-
of an insight, or do we want it to be more of an investigation?
Well, my reasoning is that I'm assuming I can't remember his name. The bad guy's crew is probably going to give me worse dirty looks than like the guy than the Dragon Hunter
Hmm.
crew. Like maybe they'll be slightly nicer to me. So
Maybe they're also elves, though.
yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. But he didn't seem to give me a hard time like the other guy did.
That's fair.
So I kind of want to try and decipher the level of disgust I'm getting from people.
Speaking of, what's wrong with your ears?
Just
Don't ask questions you
Slightly.
don't need answers to.
slightly
I mean-
odd shaped.
Okay.
So
I mean, we all see them, so clearly we should probably know.
full
It's
on
just-
elf ears are long and pointy. Reyna's ears are more or less regular human-sized ears. They just come to points rather than round at the top. So
Hmm.
she has some vaguely elven ancestry.
Okay.
She's a half breed.
I mean, technically she's a quarter breed, but
I was gonna say it's more like a quarter, but yeah.
Oh, so she's like you, Kirk.
Hey, I am full Dragonborn.
I thought.
Huh?
Oh wait, Mike's not here. Damn it.
No, he's not.
I mean, Nigel isn't
That
here.
joke was in honor of Mike, because I know he would have been like, "Oh, like you, half and half."
Yeah,
I mean, he's looking for someone
As he
to
does.
say.
I know he is. Fucker.
okay, so you guys come to sit at the table. One of the people sitting at the table is your dear friend Samar, the guy who was very disgusted by Reyna's ears, and definitely was the one who was giving you guys more of a hard time in general.
Is that this
Reyna,
one?
go ahead and give me either insight an investigation check for your ear trick. But
Ooh, you are cutting out so hard.
those
Yeah.
are gonna
I mean, I thought I heard insight
you
or investigation for your ear
different
check.
kinds of information.
Oh no.
I'm cutting out.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah.
Can you guys
Yeah.
hear me?
Can you hear
Oh, I
us?
can hear you now.
I don't know if you can
Yeah,
hear
I
us.
can hear you guys fine.
Okay.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Reyna, you can do either insight or investigation. You're gonna get better information out of an insight check, but an investigation check will give you some.
Okay, insight it is. Ooh, yay. 24.
Ooh.
I can't
Ooh.
see my screen because there's a fat orange cat in the way. Get out of here, buddy.
Get out of here,
Is your
Garfield.
name Garfield?
Ah,
No.
beat you to it.
His name is Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Bartholomew.
That's fucking hilarious.
Bartholomew.
That's nearly better. Bartholomew.
Yep, that's fantastic.
That is the best cat name ever. Holy shit.
How have we never heard that one before?
Because I always call him the fat orange cat.
That's true. You do always call him the fat orange cat.
Or I call him little asshole. But anyway. All right, Reyna with a 24.
Oh god. Okay.
All right. Need to double check who's in this room here.
Which one is the guy that hates us? Is it this one?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he changed his token or not. It's been a minute.
No, that's he's got the same token. There are just now more individual tokens for elves around. Okay. Reyna, you get a distinct feeling of disgust is not the right word.
Yes!
But
Sorry,
is your stuff
I
working?
managed it. Yeah, I went on and checked, like, go to GitHub and then download it and then go to this developer mode and do it. So, like, suck it, ICT crew. Yeah. Well, they told me that one of my extension was making it so that my browser stopped working. But like, would I rather work or play D&D?
I mean, I think we all know
Good
the
point.
answer to that question.
Well, since I just re-downloaded it, we know the answer. Like,
Okay, Reina, you get distinct feeling that people are like sneering at you.
Mhm.
They would be this one here. Obviously, this guy. In fact, he sees you and is since you're sitting across the way, he doesn't get up from the table he's at, but he might have if you sat next to him.
Mhm.
So that one, the blind guy does not seem to react to you in any capacity.
Cause he's blind.
Maybe.
Wow.
Maybe his
Oh, he
bird
couldn't
is
see the
telling him
ears.
that chick's got ears that are kind of pointy. Let's
Who
see.
cares?
So that one, the one next to your friend here is also giving you kind of stink eye, and then this one is also kind of giving you looks. Everyone else in the room either doesn't react to you or treats you as cordially as you would expect an elf to.
Okay.
And then down here is the person cooking. Everyone on the ship seems to have, as well as their job, they also appear to be a fighter or something. No one here is an unskilled combatant, if that makes sense. So the guy cooking is wearing an apron over his light armor, and still is like everyone is armed, everyone is prepared for battle at any moment. So that is their vibe, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys eat?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll eat.
Everyone make con saves.
What's for breakfast?
The elf at the counter or at the stove. G, make me an investigation check real quick.
Ooh, okay.
You got this. I believe in you.
Investigation -1. Let's go. That's a 4, so a 3.
Nice. G, everything looks uneventful to you. You can see that the elves that are currently eating are all kind of like reacting to it more than somebody who is eating the same thing every day. What the elf is actually cooking appears to be like a small fish, like a seared fish, and some sort of like rice and some. Let's see what they have back here. They've got greenery, right? Yeah. So it appears to be pretty light. So it's, a little fish, a little rice, a little vegetable, nothing crazy. If you take a plate, you will notice there is like salt and like just a couple flecks of pepper on
That's
stuff.
it.
Okay.
I will
very spicy.
add more
And
pepper to mine.
the elves are all like, "Whew, this is a lot of pepper."
God, I thought I was bad.
What you will notice as you sit here is everyone seated at a table is eating. All of the masked types just kind of hover near their beds. They're not in bed, they're just kind of like sitting there. And all of the ones that you can see will be looking at whoever of your group is closest to them.
Hmm.
Just all kind of in unison.
Hmm. That's not creepy or concerning at all.
Well,
I'm sure it's fine.
totally fine.
Yeah,
Do you guys-
everyone's
So-
acting super normal.
Yep. So it's been a while since we played.
Mhm, mhm,
I know we were supposed to be trying to figure out a coup for the captain.
mhm.
I forgot what we were supposed to be asking these people.
You haven't figured that part out yet.
Oh, we haven't. Okay, I thought we did.
Crixus, you feel pretty certain that the guy next to you is not someone you should ask about it.
Well, no, he's the other bad guy.
Yeah, he is the rival.
Yeah.
So
I'm assuming since she's sitting at the table, she's probably
I guess she'll
Yeah,
be
we've not figured out how to distinguish them between who could be on our side and who is not on our side. We've
No.
not figured out how to decide that yet, really.
Part of the hint was like, look at who eats and drinks and blah 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 blah. But that
Oh yeah,
doesn't.
something about drinking.
But that was about it.
yeah,
is it like
so
if they drink they're not, or if they are?
no, so what Kappa / V, the insight they were given is anyone who doesn't eat is certainly not on their side. But just because they do does not mean they are on their side.
Yeah. So that was like a kind of like a, if we want to know the extremists, they're probably the ones who aren't going to be eating. That doesn't mean that, you know, the
Right.
one next to you that eats your food is, oh yeah, that one's our friend. It's just,
He
Is this
also
straight-
mentions to Kappa G that the cook is the person who knows people the best. He interacts with the crew the most.
Yeah.
right.
Is the chick next to me eating?
Yeah, everyone sitting at a table is eating.
And and they both gave me stink eyes, which I think, like I said, is another something we could keep a watch out on.
Yeah.
It won't be perfect, but
No, but that's kind of like, I guess that's the point of this, right? We find
yeah, we just gotta
little
like
bits
whittle
here and
away.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you're currently on day 2 of your journey. You know that the journey ends on day 10.
Yeah, we've got to get off the ship before 10, right? Like
Yep.
that was what his
Yeah.
instruction was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his thing was he has no intention of us being here by day 10,
At 10. Okay. Yep.
which means we have an
9.
undisclosed number of time between
Days.
now and then to figure stuff out and do stuff, and then either we need to take initiative or he might take initiative, and we just have to have
Yeah.
everything figured out so we're
Shut
ready.
up at my house.
Here's a
Yep.
here's a way that you can think of it. What Falarin said to G as essentially amounts to, I'm gonna do something before we get there. Right?
Mhm.
Right.
The smoothness of his action is going to depend greatly on whether or not you've done anything to assist. If you guys want to ride out 10 days and see what happens, that's totally something you can do.
But we have, well, now it'll be like what, 7 more days before the 10th day to do something, and then that will make everything hopefully smoother if we've done it properly.
So yeah,
is what you're saying.
you are free to interact as much or as little as you like. If you want to assist Falarin, then yeah, you got to figure out who's who. If you want to if you think Falarin has ulterior motives and you want people to kind of fuck with him, then yeah, you would not try and do that. If you feel like you want to escape the ship without making it look like Falarin has done something, then there are many
Mhm.
avenues here. You can absolutely be like, we sit tight until something happens, in which case we'll just skip to when something happens. But that is up to you guys. Like, I don't
That
want
sounds
to
like the boring option.
I don't want to restrict your ingenuity here.
Yeah.
I want to try and I think we should try and help Falarin at least a little bit because it's not going to hurt us to know who's potentially a
But
slightly
also
less bad guy and a slightly more good
Right.
bad guy.
Again,
fucking elves.
like I said earlier, allies of circumstance.
Hmm. So yeah, I think we should still just trying to track people and like try and eliminate, try and figure out like who's the most bad and who's slightly better.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's be frank here. There are no good guys on the
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, baddies and slightly less baddies.
So I want to try something.
yeah.
I want to kind of reverse stage whisper, right? So kind of like talking to the people in the First Idiots, but very loudly enough that everyone can hear me. Be like, "Oh yeah, I mean, even though we're in a bad situation, good thing Falarin decided to feed us in here. I mean, he's not that bad of a guy," and kind of see who, like, how people react.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
Mhm.
Before we play this out, how it's going to play out is everyone's tokens where they want them to be.
Yeah.
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 Fuck it. I
Kind of
like
sit
it.
in the middle
This
table.
time. Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll be in between the two jabrones.
All right. In that case, anyone who wants to go ahead and make an insight check. Insight or perception, actually.
I'll
Whoa,
use
yeah.
my
Getting
use my-
another one out of here.
Yes.
I'll use that right now. So,
Ooh, okay, good. Mine's not
ooh,
bad.
there we go. Much better.
There you go.
Actually, Crixus, it looks like Hoven's dice knocked yours onto a 7.
Aw, you bitch.
Okay, so let's do people who did perception first. Okay, we got insight. Crixus did perception. Crixus is the only perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Crixus.
It's the only one I have a +2.
All right. I need to make sure that I see where everybody's at here.
Well,
Okay.
if I did a perception, which would have done, it would have been 3 higher or 4 higher.
Let me put it to you this way: perception is going to give you a better idea of who is listening closer. Insight is going to give you a better idea of what those people think about what you're saying.
Then I'll keep it then.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's kind of different kinds of information, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Crixus, you are sitting in between Simar
Yes, I am.
and one of his other people. You can see he is. Oh, actually, let me double check. What did you get? You got a 15? Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems unbothered and unattentive. He's not doing anything. The woman to your right kind of like kicks her chair back subtly, but not subtly enough for you to not notice.
Mhm.
Like she's trying to lean a little bit closer to Hoven. I
That's
think
the
everybody
one in
else.
with in the leather.
Yeah, this one
This
up
one.
here.
Yeah, she real bad. She's
Like-
definitely low on the bad list.
Bad personality wise, or like she a baddie?
Yes.
She a baddie.
Everybody else rolled insight. Let's see who did good. All right, Hoven and Reyna. Hoven and Reyna both did good. Okay. You're both right next to Blind Guy. Blind Guy turns kind of in between you and Reyna. Like he's pretty sure where you're at, but not exactly sure, Hoven. And he'll actually talk to you here. He says, well, of course, Falarin is not gonna just let you starve down there. That would be ridiculous. It is possible to be a prisoner and a guest at the same time. And with your guys' insight, he seems genuinely like genuinely feels like Falarin is a good dude as far as elves go.
Who said
Okay.
that one? The blind guy?
The blind guy. You will
Yeah,
get
Green Arrow said
this
that.
one.
Green Arrow.
Blind Green Arrow.
Mhm.
This woman over here, she kind of scoffs into her food as she is gonna just kind of mumble to herself that, well, I mean, if he lets them die, then what was the point?
Which one said that?
This one. She's a little bit
Okay.
more difficult to read.
So I'm not seeing your cursor, so I
Oh,
don't know.
Are you not seeing my pings?
Yeah.
Pings. Okay. So the ones on either side of Reyna are the ones that have been talking.
Okay.
The one to the north of Reyna is the one that was like actually like, of course, Falorin's like my guy. The woman to the south of Reyna isn't really addressing anyone. She seems to think that that is a funny thing for you to be like, what else would he do? Like, otherwise we would have just killed you all. That is her vibe. More importantly, or not more importantly, but more imperceptibly, this woman down here is trying not to react to you, but you're gonna see her do a like darting glance up at Samar. She's got her back to you, so it's a lot more difficult to tell how she feels about things. She doesn't say anything, but she definitely looks his way before in a way that you guys would think is pointedly.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So far, Falil has been basically friendly to you as far as elves go. Everyone else has been kind of like whatever towards you. But this guy is like actually engaging in conversation with you. Like his bird bit Crixus just a little bit, but didn't really do any damage to him. But otherwise, he seems like a chill dude.
He's got a bird. He's cool.
Yeah.
Even though
He's a
an
bird
elf.
guy.
Are birds cool?
Yes,
Sometimes.
birds are awesome.
Yeah.
I'm terrified of birds. Lexi, terrified of birds. So I
Aw.
really don't trust this guy.
Tom
Is
loves
Rena
birds.
also
Fine.
terrified of birds?
You know what?
Cannon.
No.
No.
I was like, that made
No.
Kappa's bird really
Terrified.
awkward on the ship.
Maybe. Swift pokes out of Falil's cloak and grabs some food off the table and then retreats back into the cloak.
Yeah,
that'd
like
be-
I could not sit next to him in real life. Like that is making my palms
Aw.
sweat. It's making my palms sweat even thinking about that bird being on his shoulder.
Dang it, that's sad.
Did you watch the birds growing up? Is that what happened to you?
No. No,
really?
no,
That's-
they're just
that's-
flying rats, and that's fine if you like
Hey,
them.
hey,
They're
easy.
just flying rats with weird feet. But it's fine.
Whoa, no. That's very specifically seagulls, okay?
All birds.
Very
Yeah.
specifically seagulls
Find a
are
bird
flying
that kicked
there.
me out.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do here this morning?
No, just keep my eye on these two. Three.
So 1 second, if I remember correctly, like last time, the guy said something about like someone with a reverse hand.
Nope. That's you. You found at the end of the day yesterday. You found that your wrist was a little bit burned and irritated.
Yeah.
And it was all underneath your friendship bracelet that you got from the guy that had reverse hands.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. Yep, that was the
Mhm.
thing.
Yeah, because I wrote it down in my notes. I was like, what the fuck is happening? That's not like what daughter would say, but so yeah, daughter is gonna like later when there's no elves around, he's gonna whisper to the bracelet and be like, hi, I want to be your friend, but you're hurting me, so please don't hurt me anymore. Okay, thank you. Weird tiger with the weird hands.
The bracelet does not respond.
Rude.
We haven't been restricted anywhere on the ship, have we? Or were they kind of like, you must stay in your room?
He
We
has
went to the
restricted
captain's
you.
quarters, but you know.
Yeah, Hoven got yelled at for going into some people's rooms, and Samar did not seem to want you up on the top deck. But he didn't actively like kick you out.
Okay.
He just didn't want to see our faces.
Yeah, pretty much. Mostly Reyna's
Yeah.
face.
Mostly mine. Yeah.
He's like, man, you've just got one of those faces. Makes me want to.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
As you guys decide what to do with the information you have, Samar is actually going to stand up, and he and the other woman, she'll kind of like shoulder past Crixus as she walks by you.
Oh, excuse you.
She's like, of course. He is going to come around the table and approach Hoven.
Yeah? Is there something I can help you with?
Pointedly not looking at Reyna. He is looking down at you, Hoven, as you sit, and he says, actually, there is. While the rest of your cohort retire here, I was wondering if you could assist me with something.
I mean, I got nowhere else to go for 9 days, so what am I gonna do? It's not like I'm gonna try to get off the boat or anything.
No, that would be very silly for you to do.
How silly of you.
But yes, if you don't mind, I've something that I think you are particularly suited to for helping with me with.
I mean,
You can either come with me or I can have you brought up. And he's going to start walking towards the steps leading up.
How would he
Me,
know?
me, 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 me.
How would he know that Hoven is good for something?
I mean, just look at these pecs.
Looks at his own pecs and goes, "What? Mine are bigger."
I'd advise you not to look at G's pecs.
Crixus immediately looks at G's pecs.
Crixus immediately gets slapped for staring.
Sorry, couldn't help it. It's been a while.
He leads Hoven up the stairs, and behind him, several of the masked people move to block your way up the stairs if you try and follow.
I realized that. I came back.
So yeah, they are not allowing you up the stairs.
Kind of rude.
Oh, it seems like a bad thing to let Hoven do on his own. Like generally,
Yeah.
he's bad about that. Maybe
It's
we
okay.
should.
There was a chance this could have been Reyna.
Oh no,
Uh,
Crixus. Maybe just like
anyhow,
Can I
shove your way.
follow? Can I follow?
Like-
or no?
they are
Shove
blocking your way
past
up the stairs. You can try and force your way by if you like, but that's going to initiate combat.
I mean,
Okay,
is it?
maybe don't. I'm
Hey.
sure it'll be fine.
Let me through.
They do not speak as they just kind of stare at you with their spears at the ready.
Beady little eyes.
Yeah, they're
Dutter is
masked.
gonna be like, guys who let us pass through, stay quiet. Okay, I think you're
Yeah.
fine, Crixus. Stay
I think
quiet.
so too. They did stay quiet.
That's an intimidation, a cuteness check
They-
right there.
They look at each other. The masks cover up whatever kind of facial expressions they would be making, but the eyes are extremely wide. Like, what the fuck? What do we do?
I think you got to let me pass.
We haven't been trained for this situation.
Got outsmarted by a rabbit.
Maximum confusion.
The woman that pushed past you earlier, Crixus, will kind of sidle up behind you and place a hand on your shoulder and say,
Yes.
you can be... It's a waste of time to try and talk to them. Now, Samar has taken your friend somewhere. We've already agreed not to kill you all. So I suggest you relax.
Why are you taking our friends one by one?
Oh, it's just a little something that Samar needs help with. Don't worry, your friend will be back soon.
In one piece?
Crixus, make a perception check.
That's persuasion. Perception. 20.
Ooh,
Uh,
there you go.
Crixus, you see her slip a knife out of her sleeve and just kind of tickle your ribs with it.
Oh,
And she's like, I
that's cute.
don't think this is a thing you want to do.
That little baby knife. As he
Indeed.
hold on, wait.
You catch it in between your pecs and break it.
You're gonna need more than a baby knife, sweetheart.
She's like, damn.
Is she a little impressed? Just a little.
Let's make a roll here. You know what? She's a little impressed.
That's right.
At this point, Hoven, I'd like you to meet me over on the super secret channel.
Okay.
Oh God, this
Oh,
can't end
no.
well.
Take me instead, please. Hoven isn't meant for this.
Mhm.
In a moment.
I
So,
thought you guys
is
were,
Hogan dead?
You're okay.
Did you guys stay in the cafeteria or did you guys go back down into the ship to your room to discuss?
Cafeteria.
We started a food war.
We started a food
I mean-
fight. Yeah. We're using
If you've ever
Sojourner
seen
as
a
a
food fight
slingshot.
in Ruby, it turned out like that.
Yeah, me and
I've got a
that-
food fight from Ruby.
In that case, coming down the steps, you are going to see a very muscular elf. Looks like she's kind of been through the ringer. She's bloody, she's bruised, but she has Hoven over her shoulder.
Is he beaten, bloody, and bruised?
Oh, he is.
Or is he like enjoying it?
He is barely conscious. As
Um,
she gets down the stairs, she'll say, "Oh, I was expecting you all to be. Your friend probably needs a rest."
hoping you got your ass beat by a girl.
Sojourner grabs Raina's
Right.
shoulder like, oh my god.
Oh shit!
Not
Crixus is
like-
fighting back her rage.
Oh boy.
It,
Sojourner's not
he
taking his
alive?
eyes off of her.
Oh, 100%.
So,
And this is
Can
how
I
we
act
found
that-
out Sojourner was into muscle mummies.
Yeah.
I mean, who isn't? But
I mean, anyway.
yeah. If thinking bench press me, thinking oh wait. So am I able to do anything or?
Yeah, you're kind of in and out of consciousness. She was not trying to kill you, so like you're not making death saves or anything. Like you're just kind of like barely conscious.
So
here.
as consciously as I can, I'm gonna if I see anybody in the group kind of head toward her, I'm gonna try to like wave off of.
You should definitely see
No.
Crixus start moving that way.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's,
100%.
no, don't. Not worth.
I feel like I can take her.
She
Not-
looks you up and
not
down,
the point.
Crixus, and she says, "Right now, maybe." But and then she'll
I-
look around at all the other elves in the room. I don't think that's gonna go the way you think. Look,
Hmm.
I got your friend here. He really needs to lay down. I don't know which room is y'all's, so like, can we be moving?
Sure, I got next.
Crixus, grab him! You go away! We'll take him.
I'll grab Hoven.
All right, you
Also,
take
who are
over.
you to talk about the shame of being beat by a woman, Crixus?
I let you win, G.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you tell
Mhm.
yourself so you can sleep at night?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then can we get Hoven? You guys heading towards the room? Can we
Yeah,
carry
we'll,
Hoven?
yeah, we'll head towards the room. Oh, I went upstairs. Oops.
Throw him
Crixus-
overboard.
You poke
Rock
your head
there.
upstairs. You see the deck covered in blood up on the foredeck there. You would also see Samar and some other elves just like laughing and clapping.
Oh my god, that wasn't me!
I poke my head up and just, you're gonna laugh real hard. I'm next.
The woman does not go back upstairs. The woman that was carrying Crixus or carrying Hoven, she goes elsewhere.
All right, we'll take Hoven down to the room.
As you guys make your way, you're gonna hear Falil behind you. Wait, I'm supposed to escort you. Oh, god damn!
Oh,
I
hurry
didn't
up.
realize you guys were going. I'm blind.
Damn it, Green
Come
Arrow,
on,
come on.
Khalil.
Looks like Swift is failing. One job, Bird. You have one job.
Swift
Come on,
is
Swift.
very full. He ate too much rice.
Oh no, he's gonna explode.
He's
Oh,
having a rough
was it dry
time.
ray?
No, it was wet. I would never let him get into the dry rice. We don't want to end up with Swift 7.
Oh, 7?
Hey, birds don't have a long lifespan, man.
That's fair.
Yeah. My life is literally without end. A lot of birds have come through.
Hoven, are you conscious?
Barely. I'm here.
What the fuck happened?
Well, I mean, I threw her off the boat, but
You threw
Bitch
her off the boat?
yeah, but that bitch can walk on air. But
She can walk on air? Who fucking does that?
but more importantly, it looked like she fought because she had to, not because she wanted to. I think she might be one of our possible recruits.
Hmm.
And I kind of like pass out into the bed.
Can we do anything to like help him? I know we don't have any magic, but can we like?
You can make medicine
mean,
checks.
It's like
Yeah,
I'm
can I do
proficient in
that?
medicine and I have a healer's kit.
Oh, good. Do that. Good job.
I'm
I'll help.
I'm just kind of like
I think I'm proficient in medicine. Yes, I am. Look at that.
starts like warming up and like stretching and just getting ready.
Hoven, while you're here in this state, make me a quick intelligence check.
All right.
Oh,
That'll go well. Oh, better than I thought.
mean-
9.
his brain's a little scrambled, man.
That's fine. The difficulty on this is not terrible because it's information that you would kind of already know.
Is he concussed?
He's a little concussed. She was pretty obviously a monk, right? Like she is unarmed combat is her thing. What you know about monks is that they have a lot of ability to stun lock an opponent, and she did not use any of that on you.
I mean, she fought for the show, but she absolutely was holding back. So-
Did she have a anti magic necklace on or anything, or did she look free?
I didn't get that. I like saw those. Yeah, she packs a punch. That for sure. There's some fire, some lightning.
She definitely did not have one of
No.
those necklaces. She's not a
Didn't-
prisoner.
Didn't no,
Okay,
didn't seem
okay.
like. No, I don't remember a collar.
So forced to fight, but not a prisoner like us.
Was
Yeah.
she an
is what
elf?
you're-
Yes,
She was an elf.
Just a muscly elf.
So why are they making
Forced-
elves fight?
Forced to fight,
Entertainment.
not a prisoner. Oh, no.
You got prisoners that look strong. You have people you don't really like but are beneath you that look strong.
Hmm.
I mean,
She looks
entertain
strong,
yourself.
and she looks like she could take a vampiric touch. Those are two different things.
That's funny.
I mean,
No common stats here.
and it said there was all these people are at least dual purpose, fighters and other ship hands. So I think
What did he say when he took you up there?
that he expected more resistance. Seemed like we went too easy. So he needs entertainment.
Who needed entertainment? The guy that took you up there?
Yeah, what's his name again? I always forget.
Samar. is his name.
Samar. Sammy.
Sam,
Captain
and the other
Pants.
guy's name's Val.
Hmm.
I mean, Red
Done.
Sonja was up there. She'd have put a good punch on her. yeah,
Yeah.
Sam was
Hogan's
like,
definitely still a little rattled.
Yeah.
but I think between the blind guy, the redhead, we might have a start.
Hmm. Okay.
I'm
Interesting. Yeah,
Take care
pass.
for-
Go to sleep.
yeah.
All right, Hoven is going to take a long rest.
Sweet.
The rest of you,
Starts
Are-
doing push-ups.
the rest of you can do whatever it is you'd like here.
Yep.
I mean, Hoven, you don't have to take a long rest. If you want to do some other stuff today, you certainly can. Just, try not to get into a fight with anyone.
I mean, I might try to take a short rest and then see what they're up to.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Hoven, if you don't take a rest, G is gonna smack you into unconsciousness.
Daughter's gonna be like, okay, guys. So I think that. Do you remember my friend, my tiger friend, with the weird hands?
Mm-hmm.
I think he wants to hang out. So because he's been burning me with this friendship bracelet. So I think if I speak to the friendship bracelet and I say, do I remember his name?
Do you remember his name?
No. I'm not. But I feel like Dodor wouldn't either, so it's okay. Dodor's gonna be like, if I say like weird friend with the weird hands, maybe he might show up. But I don't know, like maybe, and then he can help us.
Anyone
Didn't he tell
who
you
is
you could summon him?
inclined can make an Arcana check on the friendship bracelet if you'd like.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If I ever say no to that.
Hey, I got my inspiration.
Yay! You're doing it.
Because they don't hold over, right?
They do not hold over.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see.
Inspiration.
Mine wasn't very good.
Oh, everyone's getting
You
inspiration.
guys are crushing it.
We suck.
All
They're
right.
great.
Wow. Okay, that 14 is the best.
Yeah, sure is. Sure is. Yep.
Reyna,
Whoa.
you're pretty sure that this friendship bracelet is not like a communication device.
Yeah. I'm not gonna tell Dodor that.
You don't think
Dodor got
talking
in
to it
that
is gonna
one,
do
so
anything,
he's
right?
like convinced. He's like 100% sure.
I'm gonna let him keep talking into it.
All right. But yeah, with a 14, you're not gonna get a lot of information out of it. But yeah, you're reasonably sure talking into it is not talking to the Rakshasa.
When he came, didn't he say there's a way to summon him, or if we need him, just I have to go back and look.
When he left, you guys were not friends.
No. He was bad.
Like he was leading a pirate attack on your ship, trying to capture your ship. You
That's
guys
what it was.
fended off the pirates, so he was like, "Look, how about I go my way and you go your way, and we pretend this never happened."
Gotcha.
But then Dodor tried to do cute stuff, so he gave him a friendship bracelet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And in the history and all the reading I do I know if there's a way to?
I'll let you do a history check.
I know there's a way to summon or bring them or do something.
Can I help?
Yeah, I'll let you help. You're proficient.
I'm using the inspiration and getting it back. Because what the fuck is that? Don't be another one. Motherfucker.
Oh my gosh.
Wow,
I rolled
dude.
in the fight that we just
Dude.
went on upstairs. I rolled 4 natural ones in a row.
Jesus, really?
And she still
I
beat
got
the
3.
shit out of him? Damn.
I still get a 10. Like, isn't 10 the DC for helping?
I mean, like, there's a 27 there, so you got
Look,
27.
Reyna,
Pretty good.
Oh, Reyna got a 27. Okay, I just got
Reyna
back.
got a 27. I think we're okay. 1 second.
No, little white. No, Cassian. I don't
This
need your
collar
help
is fucking up.
Sojourner right now.
I need to make sure that I know exactly what I'm talking about here. Okay. What you know about a Rakshasa is that they are fiends, which are almost unheard of in your world. Um,
Gotcha.
as far as like a relationship of any kind with one would go, you don't really have a way to speak on that. What you do know is that they both hold a grudge for basically ever. And they you would say that they would have a fixation if they were to be killed or defeated in combat in whatever variety, they would have a fixation on whatever caused that until they had remedied that situation.
Oh no. So us
Well,
then. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
are you gonna share
Good.
this with the class?
And do we know,
Oh,
like, did
yeah.
the Rakasha like talk to the did they have issues with the elves?
So, like I said, fiends are almost unheard of in your world. Like a 27 is enough that you kind of know a little bit about them. They are the sort of thing that exist in the periphery. Like they aren't ever something that like there's never been a major demon incursion. There's never been an invasion from the hells.
Yeah.
You know that those places exist, but they have extremely little overlap with the material world.
Yeah. I only know about it because I stayed in the library one night and went down a rabbit hole and read some random shit.
Right.
Like it's like not like the average stuff you would know.
Yeah. You would know with that 27 that killing them is not actually killing them. So when you fought him, you couldn't even hurt him. Like
Oh
during
yeah.
that fight, the reason he had to retreat is because you had damaged his ship too much. He was unharmed through that entire process.
Was he? I thought we were hurting him pretty good.
I don't
Well,
think so.
Yeah, because
I think
I think Crixus put a good hurt on him.
I think at the time you didn't have the
We didn't have spells, but he was not immune to melee.
he was immune to bludgeoning, slashing, piercing from non-magical attacks. So you might have
Which
done a little bit of damage to him, but not a lot. Like he
Yeah.
was fine. The retreat came from the damage to the ship, not the damage to him. And I
Gotcha.
think you killed off most of his crew, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
yeah.
unfortunately with that 14 on your Arcana, you're not really sure what's going on with this bracelet, other than it's somehow reacting now as opposed to a point where it was not reacting earlier. What you know about them offers very little context just because there's not a lot of information to be had, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
With
Then
the Nat
I
one,
went to-
daughter is gonna start rubbing the friendship bracelet and be like, Rikishi, come out. Come out, Rikishi.
Rikishi?
Yeah,
Mufasa.
he's like, no, that was his name.
Oh, I was thinking it was a wrestler.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
Yeah.
Mhm.
with a 27, Reina, I'll give you one more piece of information.
Okay.
And you already kind of know this, so I don't feel like it's going too far above here. When you met him, he didn't look like his weird tiger self. He looked like a regular pirate. And it was only after he dropped that illusion that you could see that he was this thing. The thing that stays the same regardless of the form he has is the hands are always backwards.
Okay.
So regardless of if they are taking on another shape, the hands will still be backwards.
Then as Hoven long rests and sleeps, I assume other people will fall asleep during my seminar that I put on, just a brief overview of their history, what all I know about them. It'll give him
The
a
elves
chance to
provide
long
you
rest.
with an updated
Mhm.
version of PowerPoint.
Yep.
Not-
I just worksheet for everybody to hand out as I give this like 20-minute long presentation on what I know.
Not death by PowerPoint.
Yep, 100%.
I would guess that Reyna has multiple colors of laser pointer.
Oh, yeah. It's like one of those pencils that you clicked down when you were a kid and it had
Oh.
different colors. It's a
Yep.
laser
Oh,
pointer
okay.
like that, only with different colors.
Have them all down. The
Mhm.
first thing you do.
Mm-hmm.
I
Oh,
like it.
100%. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. So, Hoven is taking a short rest or a long rest?
Well, it's like early in the day, right? So I'm gonna
Yeah, it's just after breakfast right now.
yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna just take a short rest and then try to find the party, see what's going on.
Okay. The rest of you, are you going to wait for Hoven to take a short rest before doing anything else, or are you going to exit and wait for Hoven elsewhere?
I was gonna see if Sojourner wanted to go talk to is it Falinel? About
Falarin.
Falarin. There you go, close enough. Falarin, and see if he wanted to tell me more about his story and his tales and take notes and stuff on that. So I want to see if Sojourner wanted to come with me since he was probably
Absolutely.
around during that time.
Absolutely.
That's where I'm headed.
Okay. Crixus, I see you're on the move. Are you going somewhere specific?
No.
Okay.
Are
Does
we being-
anyone else have something they want to be doing at the same time, or do you want to just all stay together?
I am gonna go interact with the crew.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll join him on that one.
Him, excuse you.
Oh, gee, sorry.
Listen, just because I can't do a female voice doesn't mean I can't play.
Get
a
your female voice game up, would you?
Fucking get it together.
Oh,
It's been a
Reyna
while,
and
alright.
Sojourner, as you go up the stairs, again, the weird masked people still just hovering by their bunks, all just their eyes follow you as you walk across the deck towards the stairs.
Yeah, and wherever I'm going, I got my ears on display, and I'm just trying to clock all the people who give me real shitty looks, semi shitty looks, or ignore me. And then also, can I watch for anybody's hands that are backwards as well? I'd like to add that to the list.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. And we'll just,
Sure.
or actually, what's your passive investigation? And we'll just have that kind of on constant.
My passive investigation is 19.
Okay,
Same.
Noted. As you pass by, you will see the woman that was fighting with Hoven. She
nope.
is sitting at a table, absolutely demolishing what looks to be a triple-sized portion of food. I knew you would, Crixus. I had a feeling. All right. So Crixus and G are going up to the cafeteria level. Reyna and Sojourner are going to the captain's stateroom. Hoven, Dodor, do you guys have anything that you're doing right now?
Like I said, I'm just gonna hang
Dodo
out.
is just basically talking to the bracelet. He's just like convinced.
Okay.
Like, this is what I'm doing.
Hoven, as you take your rest, Gary from around your neck says, "Whoa, she really did a number on you, man." I mean, I probably could have helped you, but I didn't want to get punched.
Where
I
did
have a
Gary
distinct
come
feeling
from?
that you are the ones that need to be kept alive, not me.
All right, Jim. Now's not the
And
time.
Nigel from the corner will say, "Hey, whatever the group decides, I agree."
Thanks,
I'm
Nigel.
gonna stay in the room for a while and then keep the door open and then see if our blind friend walks through the hall. If he does, I'm gonna try to get him into the room. But other than that, I'll just be hanging out in the room.
Okay. So, all right. Making sure I know where everyone's at. Crixus G. Cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
Social Arena. All right. You guys can hear me, right?
Kinda.
No.
You're breaking up real bad.
You're breaking up real bad. Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Guys?
Mm,
No. Getting
You're
better.
Oh,
I
God damn it.
I see your bubble
It is
lighting
in the
up.
red, and I don't know why. All right. Better? Worse? The same?
better. No, better.
Better.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. What I was saying was I want to make sure I knew where everybody was. Sojourn Arena, Captain Stateroom, G, Crixus, Cafeteria, Hoven, Dodor staying in the room with the intention of grabbing Blind Guy when he goes by. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna do Reyna Sojourner first. So Reyna and Sojourner, what is your intention for getting to Falarin's room? Because it kind of looks like you just walked in. Is that what you want to do?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna knock politely first.
Okay. Both of you seem like the type to knock first, so it seemed odd that you would do that, so that's why I checked. I would not ask if it was Crixus and G. They would absolutely just walk in.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure this was the right room, so I went in to see if that was where he was sitting, and then I just didn't leave. But yes, no.
Okay.
We are
I'm
knocking
not-
people.
I'm gonna make a check real quick.
What sort of check would you like to make?
Okay, yeah, no. Sojourner will knock. It was to determine if
Did you just do
Sojourner
a
was going
politeness?
It was a polite check, yes, to see if Sojourner was going to give a fuck about any of these elves and just like seep through the door, be like, "Hi, we're here to talk now." But
Hi,
no,
I
I'm
am
being
also
polite.
the thing. Or the blob, rather. Okay. If you knock on the door, Falarin will answer it. Kind of surprised to see you, but he will usher you into his room and gesture to the seats. I'm gonna make a quick roll for him. Okay. Yeah, he'll gesture to the seats as he sits in his own chair, steeples his fingers, and he says, "I imagine I know what this is about, but why don't you ask what you'd like to ask?"
What? Well, what do you think it's about? To make sure that I think I know what you think it's about. What?
Right. I see you've already got a notebook and a quill out. I
Yeah.
am, yeah, I would assume that you're going to ask me to regale you with tales of dragon slaying and what have you. Is that more or
Yes,
less
that.
correct?
Yeah, more or less, that's definitely what I'd like to talk about. There aren't many books around that time, especially about the elves and some of that stuff. And I have a keen interest in dragons. Wink, wink. Just trying to get an idea of what happened around that time.
And looking over at Sojourner, and what's your interest in this?
Well, I'm just here with my friend, making sure details don't get lost. I'm always down for a good story.
Right. He looks at
And
Sojourner for like a little bit too long before returning his attention to Reyna. Uh, well, I am certain you
I
know that. Oh, yes, yes, of course.
well, I just as a player first, I'm just so you know what I was hoping to do. I'm really hoping to butter this guy up a lot and
Uh-huh.
hear his stories and take his notes down. But then I'd also really like to see if after I butter him up a little bit, he'll tell me more about like the fall of the Elven Empire and like that like what we saw in that vision when we were all 20th level. Like I'd like to know more about what happened around there and some of that as well. So I'd like to start out by his life, but then try and swerve into
Mhm.
the political side of what was happening with the elves as well. But I'll start by buttering him up with his own stories, but then
Okay.
try and push the conversation in that direction a little bit as well.
I'm gonna ask first a persuasion check and then insight checks from both of you.
Gotcha. I mean, if I only get a story out of him, that's fine, but that's what I'm hoping to do.
Tom, what kind of
Oh, it's
chips are
so
you eating?
bad.
Oh, Pringles.
Bad.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. All right.
Oh,
Uh,
so bad on that first one. So good on the second one.
so good on the insight. Okay.
So bad on
Uh,
the question.
he sits down looking at you, Reina, as he says, "Look, I'm not one to dwell on mistakes of the past. I understand that your interest is academic, and of course, I would be remiss if I didn't provide that sort of information for potential futures. But the upshot of it is the slaying of the dragons was a mistake made by the Empire. That, I believe, caused our initial steps into downfall, where we find ourselves today. I think that I know that if they were still around, things would not have gone the way that they did. But we sort of used that as a jumping off point. And he'll see him kind of stutter on his word. Not stutter so much as like speak almost falteringly. And with your insight, you get the distinct impression that he is very much the type who was full bore, like, whatever the Empire is doing is the right thing. And then when he found out that was wrong, it kind of broke him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so again, he's a fairly famous elf. Like the slaying of the dragons was something very much celebrated by the Empire. There is more knowledge worldwide about the dragons than there is about the gods, even though the dragons were killed first, right? This is a thing that they wanted people to know about. Whereas the god thing, it was extremely hush hush, and that's kind of how it all fell apart. Um, with a 24 on your insight, I think that you are able to glean that this guy is more or less like he knows how to play the part, but he's kind of like a fuck everyone attitude. Like he is not supportive of the side that he's on, but he is more upset with how the Empire treated things. Like he did not join Ethrandi because he was like, "Oh, this is how we're going to restore the Empire." He ended up with Ethrandi because he was like, "The Empire is bullshit." That is the vibe that
Gotcha.
you get off of him.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with your persuasion check, he's not inclined to keep talking.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fair.
so I think that is all the information you're gonna get out of this sitting. Um, he again treats you cordially. He's not rude to you, but he's definitely like, "This is what I'm going to tell you, and that is the end of it."
That's
Uh,
that's fair. Thank you for the story.
um, do you or
I'll be back
Sojourner have
tomorrow.
Do you or Sojourner have anything else you'd like to do in his office before we move to Crixus and G?
What was the fight? Did we catch the fighter's name that beat Hoven up that he thinks is on our side?
Nope.
Okay, didn't think so.
Do you want to
Can I
do you
just?
want to ask him about that?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Like, Sojourner
Before
would
we,
absolutely ask her name.
yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Here's a critical portion of it. How do you ask about it?
So, that the woman that beat up Hoven, who is she?
He looks across the table at you, Sojourner, and he says, "I'm sorry, what now?"
The
She has a
big
cool flaming hand. We were interested in the magic there.
red hair,
I
muscular elf I've ever seen.
I
Yeah.
understand who you're talking about. That's Nia, but what?
What?
Who said what? What?
In the butt.
He said what?
He
You're
didn't know
telling me
about the
that
fight.
you're telling me that Nia just decided to fight your friend Hoven?
Oh no,
That
absolutely not.
seems
No.
unlike her in a lot of regards.
Something tells me it wasn't her choice.
There's been brawling on the apparently for entertainment on the top deck. Recently.
Can't say
So
for
we were just
sure. Like we weren't allowed to
curious.
go up. We tried to go up, but they like the
Mhm.
match people were like, no.
Yeah, they're kind of assholes.
His
The
his
masked
eyes
ones.
narrow at you, Sojourner. They said no, or they blocked
What?
your progress.
They blocked our. You know they don't talk.
Okay. He breathes a little bit of a sigh of relief. He's like, "Okay, thank you."
Oh, I get it. You don't want your brainwashed slave labor to start talking.
Mm.
Ah, that's a conversation for another day, but you're half right on that.
I mean, we're already here if you wanted to keep talking about it today.
No, it rather seems to me like there's a disciplinary action that needs to happen. So
Oh no! Don't
I'm
punish me.
afraid I'm going to have to cut off the rest of this meeting and deal with some things.
Damn it. No, I'm not
Okay,
gonna
but
do the fight.
we also don't want to look like we ran to the principal here. So like maybe wait till we leave because we don't want to get repercussions back on a retaliation back on us for like
Like
telling you. So
I thought it was just how you guys did things. Like it makes
yeah, it
sense.
wasn't
Hogan's a big
unsurprising.
guy. He likes
No,
to
that is
fight too.
absolutely
So.
not. If that was how I did things, then I wouldn't have bothered to take you off your ship in a peaceful-ish manner.
I'm just saying,
That ish
Hovind
just
likes to fight. I don't think that he would have said no.
He looks
Especially,
at you, Reyna, and he says, "All right, you make a good point. I would do want to avoid any retaliation against you if that should be the nature of things, but this is something that I am still in command of this ship. My orders are to be followed. If things are happening behind my back, as it were, that's something I need to deal with sooner rather than later."
I
Now,
would agree with you. But she was kind of friendly though, right? Is she? Where does she rate on like the friendliness meter for you?
What's her type?
Mhm. Mhm.
She's very into muscular, scaly boys, but otherwise, I don't really know much about her.
I
So
think Chris we have a problem.
as he starts going for the door, your conversation is definitely over. It is at this point that we'll cut over to Crixus and G. This stuff is all happening simultaneously, so he's not
Yeah.
about to come down
Yeah.
the stairs and cut off Crixus and G. Like, so while you guys are having your conversation with him about the dragon stuff, Crixus and G are doing whatever they're doing in the cafeteria area. So,
Sweet.
Crixus and G, I see you are sat at the table with our new friend.
hmm
Yeah, she is absolutely housing this fish and rice and vegetables. Uh, if you sit down, she'll kind of look up at you and be like, "Yeah, I thought this might happen."
No, I'm fairly impressed of your eating.
Well, got to get my macros.
I agree. It's important. Don't forget your proteins.
I mean, protein is not hard to come by. It's enough of everything else.
You got to get the greens. I get it.
Yeah.
Uh, changing topics real quick. Who are you and why did you beat up our friend?
There it is.
Yeah, sorry. I like to get straight to the point.
Crixus, make me a persuasion check.
That's perception. Sorry. Persuasion's a one more, so +4. So
16.
yeah.
With a 16, she looks from you back to her food and over towards G as she's like, "Look, not my idea. I had a superior tell me that if I didn't put on a show, then things were probably not going to go well for me."
Aren't you one of them?
She kind of cocks her head to the side and she's like, "I'm not sure you understand exactly what you're asking when you say that."
I mean, you're an elf on the ship that is holding us captive. So that's kind of what I mean.
She looks at you, looks at the other elf at the table, looks up at the masked non-elf not far away, and she says, "Of course, I am a member of this crew, and I am subordinate to my superiors, whose commands I will follow without question,
Yeah.
as
That's what I was asking.
I am sure you're aware."
Yeah.
hmm
That's what I was curious about.
Crixus,
Can
make me an
I?
insight.
Yep, there it is.
I was waiting to see if you were gonna ask.
Cool. Gee, can I get some help, love?
I'm sorry. What am I now?
Help!
As soon
I
as you
thought
call
you were
G
gonna
Love, her
pursue-
shoulders slump, and she's like, "Oh, I see."
No.
Yeah, see, I told you Crixus was gonna have a hard time with this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
G, are you offering any help on the insight, or are you what are you up to?
No, if anything, I'm making it worse.
Okay, gotcha.
By
Thanks.
being like, I'm sorry,
thanks.
when did we become a thing? I thought you wanted the elf woman. Or was it that other strong woman you met that works in the armory on the ship? So
Strong
many
woman.
choices,
She's
Crixus.
not strong.
She's a blacksmith. She's
All right, you're right.
She's strong for a gnome, but she also uses hydraulics to assist in that sort of
Right.
yeah, but the point is I'm now flashing the other woman that he's shown interest in.
thing.
Listen.
Nia is just looking between the two of you like, oh, I did not intend to start this up, but here we go. She's getting more and more uncomfortable.
Did she end up telling us her name?
I thought so.
Okay.
I thought you asked that when you sat down. And that might have. I might be mixing up what Reyna
am-
and Sojourner had.
I am too.
But yeah, when you sat down and asked about it, she would have definitely introduced herself. Her name is Nia.
Nia. Okay.
Yeah, so she is watching you two kind of argue across the table, and she's like, "Well, I'm about done with my food,
Sorry.
so
Sorry,
you two
Nora.
seem to have something to work out. I'm just gonna."
Nope. Gee, you're not helping.
And the masked non-elf is in her way, so she just kind of pushes him up here as she moves past. She's like, "Look." She'll stop as she passes you, Crixus, and kind of reach down and put a hand on your shoulder. When she does, you feel a tremendous amount of heat coming off of her hand.
That's
It's not
cute.
enough to hurt you,
Well-
but you suspect that she has some fire magic that she can pump into her punches.
Right.
As she puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, "Look, I do hope your friend is all right." And then she continues to walk by.
I was kind of hoping to get a turn.
She stops and she'll turn and she'll be like, she'll come back and
Oh.
she'll say, like, a friendly sparring match?
Yeah. I know how strong Hoven is. And the fact that you wiped the floor with him kind of makes me curious.
She bobs her head a little bit and she's like, perhaps.
I like to fight strong people to test where I'm at.
Perhaps. And
Okay.
then she's going to keep moving, dropping her dishes off in the kitchen and then moving further into the ship.
Gee, what the
Actually,
fuck?
She's going to go down this way. Oh, that's up. Damn it. Down. We'll figure out what goes on with her after you two figure out what else you want to do here.
Yeah, gee. What was that about? Did you go mute all of a sudden?
Yep. Oh no, wait, that's not mute. Kappa G.
What? Yes.
You're being
hi.
talked to.
Well, so my controller that I have the headphone plugged into died.
Ah.
But
Gotta
I
watch
got
out
back
for
for
that.
good. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. What happened? What did I miss?
I said, what the fuck was that?
What the fuck was what?
What? You scared her away.
I didn't do anything.
Why were you bringing up old shit?
Oh, so I'm old shit now, am I?
No, gee.
I love you.
I was trying to get information.
I need popcorn.
They get information. Talk to her. You don't gotta flirt with her.
I wasn't fully flirting.
Mm,
I would have flexed if I was flirting. I only flexed
Oh,
when you were around.
so you flex when the other elf tried to stab you. Were you flirting with her?
No, I was actually just trying to break the blade because it was poking me in the ribs.
It was impressive, I
The,
will admit.
The other elf at the table is like, "Hey, I feel like this is weird, so I'm gonna move over to this table."
Is everyone just like a prude or something in the ship?
Look at that, Crixus. You scared that one off too.
Was it me or you?
It's unclear.
Unclear.
Well, it's your fault we're in this conversation, so probably you.
God damn it. I'll just let you do the talking from now on.
I mean, you can talk to people. That's fine.
I was just trying to make her feel more comfortable so she would tell us more.
You don't do that by calling me love.
Listen, that one slipped.
Uh-huh. We aren't a thing yet, Crixus.
I-
You haven't asked me out. That was way out of left field.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Surprise.
I mean, it's not like you hide it very well. I've known since you were a child, but...
Right. I kind of thought it was just kind of obvious. It was kind of like a playful haha.
Maybe I don't like
I
people
think
calling me
we
that
are
unless they
finding way
commit.
more about Crixus and G than we are about the elf group.
I know we're diving into the wrong story.
No, keep it going.
Backstory, drama,
We are,
Right.
we are
improv.
learning. I am taking notes to use this to hurt you later. Don't worry.
God damn it! Do you need any more to hurt me? Jesus, you have everything.
There's always
Well,
room
now
for
they
more.
Now he can hurt you and me by fucking up G.
That's true.
Uh,
Good. Fuck up someone else. Leave me alone.
maybe I'm not appreciative of someone calling me that unless they're committed, and you don't seem super committed. Interested, but not committed.
Who says I wasn't committed? I've been committed to you since I was a kid.
In word, sure.
All the elves are now at the far table.
Oh. Surprised they're not like trying to get in on it. Like, ooh, talking shit. Like it's like
yet.
fucking high school party.
Mm-hmm. Man, this got so off track, but I'm committed to it now.
I know.
Commit to the bit.
Commit to the bit.
Listen,
if
Crixus,
we survive
all I
this,
want-
then what do you want, G? What can I do?
I just want to know where we stand. Because, yes, you've been interested in me since you were a child. And, yes, I can see that. But at the same time, you go, you flirt, you talk with other people, and I just want to know, where do we stand? Are we friends? Are we more than friends? Are we practically sibling? Where do we stand, Crixus?
I mean, I didn't think you wanted to be committed to. I don't know.
Oh no, I just spent the entire time spending time with your family and taking care of my mother, and didn't talk to any of the other eligible men in the town because I didn't want to be committed to you, Crixus.
Well, sorry, I'm not very confident. With the way I look.
I'm not very
Sometimes
confident in a lot of things, Crixus.
I am very confident in a lot of things.
Okay, prove it.
Flex.
Oh. See? That's confidence.
Be confident in more than just flexing, Crixus.
I know.
What do
Fine.
you want?
I want you, G.
Then say it.
I just did.
No, you said it because I prompted you to say it. Say it of your own volition.
G. I'm half. Hold on. Let me make a roll. Charisma. Yep, he's gonna be awkward as fuck. He's actually gonna get on one knee.
Oh no.
No.
Will you be mine?
Are you asking me to date you or marry you, Crixus? I'm getting mixed signals here.
Yes.
Oh no.
To date.
Then why are you on one knee?
I don't know. I've never done this before.
You could have just stayed sitting and just asked me, but the answer is yes. Yes.
He'll awkwardly get back in the seat. Now we just gotta hopefully survive this.
This elf starts to clap.
Which one? I was looking down.
The red-headed one.
Oh,
She's like,
Crap, I thought-
well, glad we've moved through some of this.
yeah, sorry, we've got a lot of things to work through.
It's
been a
been a long journey.
Very.
She kind of laughs and she's like, clearly. And then she moves off.
Okay.
The other elves all start to like gather their plates and things. Like breakfast time is certainly over at this point.
So did everyone hear all of that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, damn.
What's gonna happen is as you guys are having that conversation, the elves kind of slowly filter out over time, all dropping their stuff off until you are left with just the cook and the masked ones that are all staring at you. The cook is just doing his thing down here.
What? The cook looks like a badass. I just saw his token. I was zoomed in too much.
Oh, yeah, the cook
Just
is a
remember, he's
badass.
also wearing an apron over that.
Nice. I bet that is really hard to get on.
Nope, there's just a loose apron over the shoulders and tie around the back.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well,
He looks like
Ape-
this.
Aprons and maid outfits aren't very hard to get on, Crick.
have I seen you in a maid outfit?
You have not.
Okay. Curious to how you know about the maid outfits, but we'll go with it.
I have hobbies.
Oh,
Oop, sorry,
Finding-
she's not supposed to be there.
hey, get out of here!
Phew.
Sorry. I was just moving some tokens around. I didn't mean to put them on the stairs.
okay.
If we survive this, you'll learn some of my hobbies. Until then, we were supposed to be doing something, and we definitely didn't do it.
We did not at all. Damn. Let's just chalk it up to they didn't want to talk to us. Let's not tell the
Sounds
others.
good. Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Uh,
We'll walk away from that.
Yep.
The cook starts putting some stuff into some dirty dishes in tubs and things, and starts moving them into the back room, where they will start preparing for the lunch meal.
Ooh, what's for
I am
lunch?
gonna go talk to the cook and help him with lunch. You you do whatever you need to, bud.
Okay. I feel like I'm gonna go hide in my room.
The moment you
Rexus.
turn away, she will smack you on the ass and skip away.
Oh,
Crixus, you look up at all of the masked non-elves just staring into your soul.
be jealous. Be jealous. That's what he's saying as he's walking through the mall.
All right. Before you go too far,
I'm gonna go to the top.
okay, you go up.
Oh, everyone's up here.
Yep, there are a lot of people upstairs. G, if you're gonna go in and talk to the cook, he is in that back room. You can hear him as you approach, just kind of shuffling through crates and things.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I did the other day. Be like, oh yeah, you got this material. Here's this recipe. What's your plan? This is how we could like spice it up a little bit, but not too much.
Make me a charisma check.
Oh, don't ask me to do that.
I'm gonna.
Just like just a straight charisma check.
Yeah, I feel like this
Like-
isn't really a persuasion check, but
She's got to be feeling at least a little good after the conversation with Crixus. So
I was
that
gonna
could
say.
be with
yeah,
advantage.
that's true. I'll
She's
allow
also-
advantage because you're riding on a little bit of a high there.
I was gonna say I also
For
have
sure.
the chef feat, so you know, food.
That's true. I forgot about that.
You actually have the chef feat?
I do. Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen anyone take that.
I do have it. That's a 6. But if the DM wants to be super nice and let me add my proficiency, that's better. It's a 10, I think.
Fuck it. I'll let you have the proficiency on there and make it a 10. Since
Yeah,
you
it's
have
just
a chef
flat
feat.
10.
All right.
Yes!
No one ever has the chef feat.
Dude, I
So-
know, but it's great.
You come in and the cook is down here. As you look around, you can see that a lot of the vegetables and stuff are kept on shelves that have a little magic shell around them. It looks to be keeping them either in
Preserved.
stasis or maybe frozen. It's some way of preserving them in there. The rest of what you see in here is like the fish is all fresh. It gets caught every few days, and then they have like grain supplies for over time. But the supplies are certainly dwindled further than you would expect them to be as you walk in here.
Oh, that's
the-
odd.
The cook is kind of like trying to figure out what they're gonna do. But like you guys have only been on here for a little bit of time. This is your first real meal on the boat. but it kind of looks like fish, rice, and vegetables is what's going to be left for the rest of the trip.
I
Like,
guess
there's
I'll
some
tell them.
variety in the vegetables, but it is not a lot of like other things going on here.
Is this usually all you eat on the ship? Is fish, rice, and vegetables?
No, we haven't made a port in a certainly longer than we would like, so my options are quite limited.
You guys don't just stop off at like random islands and scavenge for food?
We do, if we are allowed to, but this has been a bit of a breakneck journey. We haven't really been stopping.
Okay, that's understandable. A little bit, you know, seems a little mean to force you to eat the same thing all the time, but that.
I'm gonna assume you've come in here for to help me with the next meal. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and then I looked around, saw how bare it looked, and realized, wow, there are not a lot of choices.
Not a lot of choices. Great. Grab a handful of vegetables and start cutting them up.
Absolutely.
He's gonna be grabbing some what look to be like lobsters and crabs that would have been caught recently, and he's gonna start prepping those as he's like, "All right, what is it that I can do for you in here, or are you literally just here to help me make food? Because that seems unlikely."
Well, I am somewhat of a chef, and so the ability to learn new recipes has always interested me. And I figure I'm stuck here for the next 9 or so days. Who better to learn from than the chef?
Hmm. You know what? That's a better answer than what I was expecting. And he's gonna bring the crab and lobster over to you and lay them out. Be like, look, we eat a lot of seafood. That's part of why elves are so slight, right? But so what you've got to do with these crustaceans, and then he's gonna kind of go into how they like to prep it and like detach the shell as delicately as possible and what have you, and just go into like very intricate minutia of how he preps shellfish for for elven recipes.
And I will absorb it all.
All right. Are you gonna do anything else while you're in here?
Um,
Or are you just
casual.
working on getting on the cook's good side?
We're gonna get on the cook's good side. Casual conversation of like, do those mask people ever eat? It seems like that mask is stuck to their face.
Oh,
Like
oh no,
slight.
the masks. No, they don't. They don't eat. They don't drink. They do sleep, but not much. They're extremely creepy to be around.
Yeah, I've picked that up.
But supposedly they are 100% obedient and not. I mean, if you don't gotta feed them, then they're easy to move around and what have you.
I mean,
Honestly, they creep me out, but
kind of
yeah.
sounds like undead mind control. But you know what? I'm not a magic expert.
Neither am I. I know
And I
that
guess
when
if
I cook food, they don't eat it.
are they the only ones who don't eat it?
Oh yeah, everybody else eats, but the masks are there's something different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what I mean, what are they gonna do? It's not like you can talk to them. They
No,
just kind of stand there menacingly.
he's just standing there menacingly. Yeah,
He's gonna swat your hand and be like, "Oh no, you've got to chop the vegetables like this," and he's basically mandolining them extremely thin.
okay. That's kind of it. Just general conversation and a little bit of info that I can get about
Okay,
like this person or that person here or there, this group, that group.
okay. We'll get into the details of that later. In the meantime, we're gonna move to Dodor and Hoven. Um, Dodor and Hoven, As you are taking your rest with Dodor kind of watching, you can hear some activity out in the hall. The occasional elf will walk by. You will, before you see your blind friend, you will first see walking by the woman that Hoven had a fight with. She seems to be moving down to a lower deck as she walks past your room.
I mean, as she's walking past, hey, lady.
Hmm?
Sorry, I don't know your name. Hey,
Right.
can you check out something here in this room real quick? You've been on this boat for longer than I have.
She kind of squints at you like, all right. And she'll step into your room.
Close the door. Although I'll be like, so try to stay as whispering as possible. So I noticed you were holding back. Is that true?
Well, a bit. I mean, to be honest, I didn't even think I was gonna use any of my magic on you until you put up more of a fight than I was expecting.
Now,
But
Daughters.
yeah,
Yes, okay.
I've definitely got more tricks up my sleeve, but they don't really make for great entertainment, which is what I was tasked with.
I mean, good to know, but also, it also seemed like you were the entertainment and not like you wanted to do this. Am I correct on this?
Oh, you better give me a persuasion check here.
Persuasion. Let's go.
Now,
17, not
You
terrible.
do have Nigel with you, who is a charisma caster. Dodor, you said something earlier and then cut off. What were you doing?
Daughter is gonna look at her and be like, "So, did you hit Hoven because you don't like him, or you like him and you hit him to show him that you like him?"
Dodor, also give me a persuasion check. Nigel is gonna give advantage to one of you. I just have to figure out who it's gonna be. Nigel gives advantage to Hoven. So you can roll again if you like.
24.
Okay. You guys kind of both hit her from two sides with two extremely different questions, and it throws her for a little bit of a loop. But she kind of centers herself a little bit, and she's like, "Okay, wow, little rabbit person. First, I
Yeah.
didn't hit Hoven because I didn't really hit him for either of those reasons. I guess I kind of don't feel one way or the other about him yet.
Likes
I
you.
neither like nor dislike your friend
Damn it,
here.
that's exactly where I was going.
She says she
I-
really likes you.
Look, I had to punch him really hard a bunch of times because, well, and then she'll look back at Hoven and be like, Smar is extremely powerful and influential. And when he gives you a command, you kind of have to do what he says. If you don't, there's a very strong possibility that he's gonna smite you. Now, to answer your question, no, I did not want to fight you. I did not want to have that whole spectacle. That's not a thing that I take joy in, if that makes sense, I guess.
So let me ask you a hypothetical question.
Okay.
Let's say, on this journey that's supposed to take a little bit more time. If something happens where, some cargo doesn't make it to its final destination, how would you feel about that?
I'm gonna have her make an insight check to see if she can figure out what you're talking about. Oh, her insight's actually really good.
She's like, oh, she should be decent.
Okay. She kind of narrows her eyes down on you as she's like, how do I want to answer this? She narrows her eyes down on you, Hoven, and she says, if any cargo from the ship were to go missing, it would hopefully be with the blessing of a superior officer. And if that were the case, then I suppose I wouldn't feel one way or the other about it.
Now, well, I mean, is there like one specific superior officer that would probably be the best to, like, oh shit, I forgot where the cargo went?
Make me another persuasion check. I'll have Nigel give you advantage on it.
Very subtle, Hoven. Very subtle.
Hoven is never subtle.
Yep.
Ooh,
Do you breed?
22.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. She kind of goes down into a whisper as she says, that is a extremely dangerous line of questioning. So what I will say to you is I have a tremendous amount of respect for our captain, Falarin. I have significantly less respect for our first officer, Samar. And I think at this point, it's going to be best for everyone if I leave.
All right, I'm gonna make sure that we have a good battle again, and don't let that scaly guy fight you. I mean, it'll be no competition with that one.
You dirty bitch.
She looks down at her hands and she says, I think with that one, if I was gonna fight him, I would have to alter my elements a bit. Oh,
Mhm.
oh my. Hold on. She's gonna flex back at you.
Ooh.
Let's see. Where's her?
I mean, also that was some dope monk shit that you walked back on air. I mean, I wasn't expecting that one.
Oh, a natural 19. Almost the natural 20. She's beefy as hell.
Yeah.
She is flexing the fuck out of her arms and shoulders. She is just like rippling muscle. She's like, as she walks out, she's like, walking on air is well, that's another thing I have to set up beforehand. And she'll kind of smile as she says, I'm glad I did today. as she continues down her way. Eventually, the blind guy will walk past.
Psst, hey, I don't remember these guys' names. Farrell, Swift, one of the two. I don't care.
Make me an animal handling check.
12?
12. With a 12, Swift pokes its head out of the guy's cloak and spits some rice on the floor into your room.
Damn, he's still full.
Maybe.
Mm.
But the guy will turn and he'll be like, "I'm sorry, are you talking to my bird?"
I mean, I was trying to get either one of yours attention. I knew it was, you know, two in the bush is one in the
Mm.
also bush. I don't forget how that goes.
I feel like Owen just had a stroke.
Hey, can you,
He's
there's-
gonna rush into the room and be like, "Do you have a concussion? Oh my god!"
oh, perfect. I didn't even have to convince you.
Hey, did you just shut the door behind me?
Gotcha.
Look, I don't see a point in you being here anymore.
Wow, vision jokes. Gotcha.
If
Real cool of you.
shit, now I was gonna say if you saw some cargo going goodbye, I mean, what would you say? But I mean, I already know the answer to that. But if purchase for your Swift go missing in the next like 8 or less days, what would you do about that situation?
I'm sorry, it still kind of sounds like you're having a stroke.
Like I know there's some stuff on here that your bird likes to play with, and you know we're going places, and if by the time we get there it's not there, like how would you feel about that?
All right, I'm gonna have him make another insight check to see if he can tell what you're talking about. Oh, buddy. He looks at you and he's like, "Well, I mean, we don't really carry cargo in the traditional sense. Like, I
mean,
don't
look,
understand how something like that would go overboard."
I mean, it was a metaphor, but you know, I understand. You didn't see where it was coming from, so.
Oh. Have you seen the Guardians of the Galaxy play? I'm like Drax. Metaphors go right over my head. I rely on Swift to catch them.
All right, I'm gonna have to think about my approach on this one, but you have a good day.
Yeah, you also have a good day.
I'm gonna turn the dude over and be like, he's not that bright.
Swift leaps out of his hood and lands on Gary and does a little bird poop on him and then flies back into the cloak.
Yeah.
Did drive by?
I mean, it was obvious what I was asking him, right, Theodore? I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, the holes in this boat are quite big. I mean, hell, even Jem could get out of this, no problem.
Dodor?
Sorry, I'm missing something.
What are you doing?
What happened?
Oh,
Yes.
Hoven is talking to you.
I mean,
Oh, sorry. What did Hoven say?
that guy's not that bright. I mean, I was asking pretty straightforward questions, and you know, he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. See, at least, oh, the redhead back there, I didn't even get her name. She knew what I was talking about, but I mean, like I said, I guess I don't know. Was it over his head? I don't understand.
I think like these people are not very smart. So I think like maybe you just need to rest, and then when you're feeling better, we can go and we can try and find the other girl that likes you a lot, and we can ask her again, and maybe she can give us better answers.
Because my next thought was slipping him a note that says, hey, do you want to come with us on or off the boat? But, you know, I don't think he would be able to see that. So, hey, you know how to make braille?
No, but
Shit.
I think I think that's probably why he doesn't see what's happening because he's
Ah.
blind.
Wow, you too, Dodor?
Yeah,
So
I
wait,
am
We had to put those two
very,
together.
I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
very racist.
I guess next time, yeah, it would make sense that I didn't wink all the time at him because I guess he didn't see all those. Shit.
He does not pick
Yeah.
up on facial cues.
And also maybe don't ask him if he's seen something.
Yeah, but that might be inappropriate, I guess. I'm used to people being able to see and talking to minds and stuff. Ooh, maybe Sojourner can finger his brain, and then we can go off of that.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
Okay.
All
Or
right.
like maybe Sojourner can like become more jelly and then enter his brain.
Yeah. Or
Sojourner
and
just using the blind guy as a mech suit. Got it.
yeah, then it can
That
be
is
Yeah.
the new play.
he can like an Edgar suit. Yeah, like he can wear him. Like he can start.
An
he
Edgar
can,
suit is wild.
yeah.
That's
Maybe
a
he
deep
can-
cut. is
That
what
was a deep cut. Holy shit.
Or like maybe you can ratatouille him, right? Yeah, there we go. Now we're cooking with
Yeah.
gasoline.
No, stick with the Edgar suit. That was a good one.
Hoven and Dodor have the best ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we should be in charge forever.
Yeah, we can make him some friend slip bracelets, and then I'll be like, hey, you're with us, and your purchase will be with us, and you'll have endless purchase for your bird, or something.
Mm.
Shit.
Yeah. I don't like birds because birds are like awful towards rabbits. Like the really big ones try to eat us.
Yeah, but you put them over a grill. Oh man, that's good eating. I mean, that'll. Yeah, I mean, that's why people have big birds, right? So you can have big meals.
I believe that's
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like one of the big birds tried to steal my sister.
Oh no. I mean, you said tried. That means they attempted and failed, right?
Yeah, they failed. They were hit with a stick.
Sweet. I mean, then what happened? Did you cook them? Did you eat them?
No, he went away.
Or did you get one of
He's
those
really, really
boxes
big.
and then smear them with honey and then put them in like waters with a bunch of mosquitoes and wouldn't allow them to leave, and then the mosquitoes would lay eggs on them and they would die from infestation.
Nigel says this is getting really dark really fast.
Daughter's like, no, we just beat him with a stick and then he flew away.
Okay, but next time.
Somebody's been watching too many torture videos.
What the fuck, Matt?
Lay off the TikTok, Matt.
I can't help it. They
Cutting
show
back
up.
cutting back to Reyna and Sojourner, as you guys are finishing with Falarin and he goes out the door, he leaves you alone in his office or his stateroom.
Oh, I just glance at Sojourner and then I'm like, check it. Check. We should check the desk, right?
Just hurry.
Yeah. Turn around and run and just start digging through everything we can.
Okay, you two give me investigation checks. Crixus, if you were out on deck, you would see Falarin come out of his room.
Oh yes.
Oh, that was hovering on a nat 20, Quinn.
Of course it was. It always is.
Okay. Okay, with a 17 and a 27. Before I tell you what you find, how much time are you dedicating to this, and what area of the room are you focusing on?
Just a few
mean,
minutes.
Yeah.
Like I'm
for
thinking like
sure.
2 or 3 minutes. Like nothing
Yeah.
major.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say like the desk seems like the most likely. I'll look at like one area and Sojourner can look at the other.
Yeah.
Like he
In
takes
that
one side,
case-
I'll take the other.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. We'll start with Sojourner. What you would both be able to tell, and Sojourner over on your side, is where the logbook is. The logbook contains the sail plan. So I'm actually going to move you guys to the world map for just a moment.
Cool. So now we can know where we're going. This is already good.
Yes. Your destination appears to be this island up here,
Let me zoom out.
where I'm pinging.
Okay.
See, now I see
Is that
those
Cobalt
pings.
Island?
No,
No.
Cobalt Island is down here.
Oh, it's that little one. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
This,
what?
this is the island that we were discussing going to because there's no label on.
Yeah. Oh, it super was. Thank goodness.
So,
Okay, we didn't do
that-
that. Okay.
That
Great.
is your destination. What you would also be able to tell from his log is that you could get there on this ship in less than 10 days, but
Ooh, okay.
he is taking a slower route there, trying to give himself more time for whatever it is he's trying to do.
Good to know.
Mhm.
Okay, back to the ship. What you will also find in here, let's see, you're over on that side. 17 is enough. This is a globe right here. Sojourner, you would be in your searching, you would be able to tell that it is not actually a globe. It is a case of some kind. There's something secreted within it. So if you want to spend a little extra time, you could figure out what is in there. But right now, what you can tell is that that is not what it seems.
It's probably one of
Reyna,
those cool ones that has like liquor inside of it. What?
I want
Yeah.
to know what's in it.
that could be all it is. Reyna, over on your side, what you're getting is he has a stack of reports that he's gotten from other other stations, you would say. They might be other ships, they might be land-based stations, but there are reports that have come into him, and you can tell that he is trying to track movements of the other elves ships. And I'm going to say with a 27, you can tell that what he's doing is he is trying to avoid them as best as possible.
Awesome.
I will also give you with that 27 over on. Oh, actually, fuck. Since you got those, I'm going to move you back to the world map for a moment.
hmm
Since you got those, Reyna, zoom out, and I'm going to ping a couple. Actually, I'll actually mark them so that you have them for later.
Okay.
These are places that.
Not in red X's since there's already red X's.
No, I'll do circles. Because yeah, they have to be red because they're whatever color my token is, but I'll do circles instead of X's. There are 4 locations that repeatedly send reports from the same place, so you know that they're land-based, and you know that these
Sweet.
are you're able to tell that these are like basically bases of operation for Ethrandi's people.
Awesome.
Okay, so there is one in the mountains here. Boop.
Okay.
There is one obviously on the island that you're going to.
hmm
There is one over here on Nerith on the north end by the lake.
Ooh. Okay.
And there is one way south on the mountains in Lentai.
Okay.
So you know that these are they still send reports, so they are not like they are probably none of these places are the actual like main base of operations for whatever Ethrandi is up to, but these are for locations that are important for his operation, whatever he is up to.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be
Uh,
awesome.
So, should you find yourself in a position where you want something from them, that would be a good place to look. The other thing I'll give you with your 27 is this chest next to the desk is open and basically full of what appear to be spell scrolls.
Oh, good. I
So-
definitely don't want to take one.
It's not like we can do anything with it right now.
Yeah. Fair. Fine. I'll leave it.
Okay, you are not going to take any scrolls. Sojourner, you doing anything with the
No.
globe?
I want to know what's in the globe.
Yeah. Take a few extra minutes. I'll start like maybe like walking towards the door and like trying to like listen to make sure no one's coming while he's taking a few extra to look at the globe.
Can I dupe my body over the globe to see if I can find a way to slip inside?
Ooh.
Give me an investigation check.
All right. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Okay, I'll take a 10 on the die.
There you go.
With a 19, you goop yourself over it. You don't find a way to get yourself inside, but you are able to determine how it opens, and you're able to determine that it is locked.
I need somebody that can pick a lock. Okay, I will keep that in mind and pass that information on to the party when I can.
Okay. Okay, you guys go out on deck. I know we're very close to the end
Yeah.
of our time, so I'm trying to wrap several things at once here. As you guys go out on deck, Crixus, you are on deck. You see Falarin come out. The red elf notices you come out, and she like sort of makes eyes at you, Crixus, in a weird way. But Falarin does not pause for either of you. He does walk up to this group of elves up on the bow.
Are they cleaning blood still?
They are working on cleaning the blood as he approaches. As everyone on deck would be able to hear him as he is not directly chastising, but he's like, it looks to me as though someone had an accident up here. It would be most unfortunate if such a thing were to happen again. Am I being in any way unclear? And of course, everyone says, "Oh, no, no." They all kind of like lower their heads a little bit as he walks back towards what he's doing, his area. As he will go to the stairs on the south end of the ship, up where Samar is, and he'll say, "Am I being in any way unclear?" As Samar kind of like lowers his head to him and is just like, crystal clear. And then Falarin will go back to his stateroom, bumping into Crixus and Reyna on his way out and be like, "I'm sorry, I had to deal with that immediately. We'll do this another time." And he will go back into his room.
When he turns, can I be watching Samir and see if he gives him an eye roll or a face or?
Give me an insight check.
Okay. 18.
With an 18, Samar is both being insincere with his understanding of the command, and also nudging the person next to him as soon as Falarin has gone into his room, as though like, "Can you believe that guy? That guy fucking sucks." That is
Okay.
that is the vibe you're getting off Samar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Okay. G
Tom,
is up.
is this the red elf?
That's the red elf. Yes.
Okay. I was only up here to look. I'm not actually up here.
Okay.
She's getting jealous.
G. G, you are down in the cafeteria area with the cook. G, roll me a straight up D20.
Oh God, a straight up D20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make a D20 land straight up, but I'll give it a shot.
I believe
As
in
soon as
you.
that happens, I'll like, interesting.
Just flip a coin and try and get it on the edge.
Ooh, there we go.
17. Okay. Noted. And also, G, as you are assisting with the meal with the cook, how do we want to do this? The cook is going to take a tray full of food out to the stove area, leaving you alone in the food area for the moment. Is there anything you want to do while you're in here?
See, if I was Kappa, I would poison something specifically to serve to certain elves. I am not Kappa. I am going to check just a real quick little look around for anything that's been tampered with because he said they've been on a long journey. But have they really? Or is there like a secret stash somewhere?
Give me an investigation check.
Or is it like, the floorboards are like this one has a false bottom? Where is investigation? There it is. This is going to go great.
With an 11, you can't tell that anything has been tampered with. Like everything looks to be on the up and up. I'm gonna say an 11
That's
is
baby.
is enough to
Basement.
find a not a loose floorboard, but more of a compartment. So you know
Mhm.
how the vegetable are kept in that weird little stasis field?
Yeah.
Stasis, cool, something you haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah.
It's transparent. One shelf has that same thing, but it's opaque. You can't see what's in
Oh.
there.
Oh. But if I Yes, I have the charger. If I reached a hand in there, could I feel what's in there?
You could. You reach a hand in there and make me a con save first.
I was gonna say, man, what are the odds this hurts me?
At this point, very high.
Con didn't save.
Okay.
Wow.
19
That-
is enough that you'll only take half damage. So you're gonna take 5 cold damage. As soon as your hand breaks the plane, it's not like refrigerator cold. This is like deep, deep freezer cold in here. So you take a little bit of damage to your hand as you reach in. Do you want to keep feeling around for what's in here, or do you retract?
I keep feeling around for what's in there because I'm curious.
Okay, you keep feeling around for what's in there. As you do, you are going to take an additional 5 cold damage as you feel what feels like a glass bottle.
Man.
Did I drop out
all
again?
that-
No.
No. I'm just like, man, if only I was a sneaky character. I'm gonna pull out the bottle. What's the bottle, DM?
The bottle is unlabeled. The bottle is black glass. It's just barely translucent, and you can see that it is just over half empty.
In my culinary experience, have I seen anything like this?
As
It's
it sits, you can't tell enough about it to make that call. The glass is extremely dark, so you don't even really know what color this stuff is. So you would have to open it to gain anything like that.
It's eel sauce.
Pop it, take a whiff, I guess.
You pop it and are immediately almost lightheaded as the alcohol coming off of this is extremely intense.
Oh, this is like the cook's good shit. Okay.
This could very well be the cook's good shit.
How big is the bottle?
It's like a fifth.
The bottle is a fifth? The fuck does that mean?
Like a fifth.
Yeah.
Do you not
Have
know
you
what
ever
a
had a-
fifth bottle
Like the
looks like?
size of a fifth.
The size of a fifth of alcohol.
No, I've never heard the term a fifth before.
The fifth,
What?
it looks like a flask. It's
No,
a
no,
glass
no.
What?
flask.
No, a fifth is like a regular
No, a
bottle
fifth
of
is a big
like
one.
alcohol.
What? Yeah, like
No,
a fifth of
the fifth-
vodka. Like it's like a big.
Yeah, no, the
Like a s-
fifth in my place in my liquor stores look like fucking flasks.
Flasks?
Glass
it's-
flask.
Okay, well that's just wrong.
It's
You just call-
750 milliliters.
There you go,
I just
nailed
call,
it.
I just call that a bottle, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but a bottle can be any size. A fifth is a specific size.
No.
Yeah, but like a fifth, that's like the average size then. Is what you're saying. It's like the average
Yeah,
size of a
it's
bottle
like
of alcohol.
it's like if you went to a store and bought a bottle of vodka, that's what the size is.
Okay. See, that I understand.
Who's never
I've
heard of
never-
a fifth? I'm so
I was gonna say
confused.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant, Tom.
I
I've
have not,
never
but
heard-
I just assumed it was an Irish thing that like I didn't know what I was also like a fifth of what like but
Uh,
but I
a fifth
figured
of,
I figured it was some sort of American thing. So
well, in
I got lost
Ireland,
in
it's
Metric,
translation.
but
yeah. In Ireland, it's probably a
US
fifth of what you can give a
Yeah.
newborn baby safely.
What is a fifth? In the US,
Oh, wow.
a fifth is a standard size bottle for distilled spirits like vodka, and it holds 750
Yeah.
milliliters or 25.4 ounces.
A fifth is less than a handle. Like you also buy
Yeah.
a handle of vodka.
Yeah.
I don't get
Ow.
that.
Some people buy
Less
handles.
than a Rehoboth. But who wants to be fancy?
I guess a
um,
wine bottle is also 750 milliliters, so the same
is.
size as that.
Unless you go into like magnums and things like that. So
Oh yeah. Well, I got to go for the Magnum.
I mean,
I don't think we're talking about wine bottles
I
anymore.
don't think so either.
No, we
I
are.
mean,
the
Typically,
Magnum,
you'll
the
find
double
champagne
Magnum.
in a Magnum, but anyway,
Anyways,
we're getting off track.
anyways, how easy would it be
The
to
name of this
pocket?
episode.
How easy? What?
Would it be to pocket this?
Right now you're alone in the room, so it'd be very easy to pocket it. Whether or not it
Well-
is noticed that it's gone, that's
I'll put it back.
up to you. I'm not here to tell you how to live your potentially very short life.
No, I'll put it because like no one else would have taken it. I'll put it back. But I'll make a note that it's there.
Okay, you make a note that it's there.
I'm
put
gonna
it
take a
back.
sip.
No.
Strong.
Okay, and just before we close out, cutting over to Dodor and Hoven. Dodor, your wrist still burns a little, still itches a little. It's not enough to actually damage you. It does not appear to be getting more or less intense. It seems to be staying fairly static. The amount.
daughter is gonna say, I'm gonna give myself another Arcana. See how smart he is. Okay. Daughter is gonna say to Hoven, I think that maybe I'm gonna start walking around the ship, and then it will itch more when my friend is near, and then less when he's less near.
With a 15 and with that idea, you feel like it's either a proximity thing or or perhaps a search function, if that makes sense. It could either be the closer he is, the more it irritates you, or the more he focuses on it, the more it irritates you?
Okay. So he's gonna say this to Hoven. He's gonna be like, I think like maybe I can like walk around and I can figure out where he is based on this. So I'm gonna start walking around, and then it's gonna be like the time that like I walked into Nettles, and like the more I walked into Nettles, the more I itched, and that's how I knew that it was close to Nettles.
That tracks.
Why are you itching when you touch metal?
Nettle.
Sorry, Nettles.
Nettles?
Not
Oh.
metal.
Next
What are they
week.
called?
Yeah, no, nettles are a thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're like
Um,
that. They're like a.
Sorry, someone doesn't know what nettles are?
But like they itch when you walk into them.
Yeah, they're like poison oak, kind of.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah. So
All right. So when we meet back up next week, do you guys want to be ending the day, or do we want to end the day here and start next week on the following day? Because we're right at the end of our time here.
I think we could do the following day. I don't know
Yeah,
what
that's
else
what I
we're
was
gonna.
thinking.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we will start next session with you guys all back in your room. You can all talk about your
Deep-
findings, and we
debrief.
will start the following day.
Hmm.
Correct.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Crixus, just a heads up, you will be little spooned all night.
Yes.
In that case, that's where we will start next week.
Right.
Fucking little spoon. Let's go.
I mean, G is canonically taller than Crixus, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, how tall is G? Like 8 or 9?
She's at like the limit to what you go from medium to large creature, which I think is like 9
It's about
foot.
8 feet, yeah. I think
Is
it's
it
9
8
foot.
feet? I don't.
It's
They
eight.
change that so often.
8 feet is the max for a medium-sized creature.
Then she's like 7'10". Like she's just below that.
Damn. Let me see what Crixus is at. I think I actually
I
have.
remember
Nobody
being like,
assumed Crixus was the big spoon in that. Just so we all
Hey,
knew how that
hey,
was gonna go.
There's a small
Regardless of
chance.
height. No. Not really.
a
Damn.
tiny, tiny, infinitesimal chance.
because
Alright, Crixus
G
is 7.
inherited like
He's
the
7 foot.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's still
so, you
short.
know, still shorter.
G inherited all like the muscles from the Oni and the orc mix, and then Kappa got everything else.
All right,
That's-
I gotta get going here, guys. So I will
right.
see you all
Okay.
next week.
All right. See you guys.
Sounds good. See ya.
yeah.
Thanks.